Hi, it's Linda, and I have a dessert recipe I'm going to make for you that's really quick and easy, very low in points, and is so tasty. I'm calling them Razzleberry mini tarts, and I love raspberry pie because it has like 3 or 4 different berries in it, but I don't like all the points. I mean, you're looking at 15 to 30 points for one little piece of pie. These tarts that I'm going to make, you can have up to 5 of them for only 1 WW point. So let's get started. I made this earlier today and tweaked it a couple times, and so I think I've got it just right. Very simple. What I'm going to show you right now is just the ingredients real quick. You want to use about 2 to 3 cups of berries, fresh berries if you can. If not, you can use frozen berries, you know, and thaw them out a little bit, but they will have some extra water in them, so you got to be careful on that. Anyway, so I'm going to use a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup. This brand here is only, it's called Maple, I always forget the name, Maple Grove Farms. It's sugar-free, only 0 points. It's hard to find 0 point ones. A little bit of cornstarch, some sorbet sugar replacement, granulated sugar, that's 0 points, all natural. And then I'm going to use a little bit of flavoring. This is called cake batter flavoring, or you can use vanilla. I've got some blueberries, some raspberries, some blackberries, and then some strawberries. You can do whatever berries you like. If you have a you know, an allergy or something to berries, do whatever you can. You can make it any way you want. It's wonderful. And then the flaky part of it is the phyllo dough. And I already ripped the package apart, so I can't really show it real good. But you buy the phyllo dough. I think the Athens brand is like, you get almost 20 sheets. And these are paper thin sheets in a package. And I'm going to use 5 right now. I'll show you this in a minute, how I'm going to make it. And I'm going to cut them into 24 pieces, and so to make our little mini tarts. So I'm going to get started on putting the fruit together. I'm going to use the air fryer oven, and you can use the regular oven. People ask me all the time. You're going to set it higher. I will have both directions on the recipe on my website. But you're going to, if you're using the air fryer oven, you're going to set it to 350. If you're going to use a regular oven, you want to set it to 400. And of course, the cooking times are going to vary because the air fryer oven will cook faster and it won't heat your whole house up. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to undo all these berries, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to dump all these berries together, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. First of all, of course, you want to rinse all your berries. So I'm going to rinse them, then I'm going to run through this and you'll see it. Okay, I've rinsed all the berries, and so I'm going to put them in a big bowl. In this one here, I have blackberries and I have raspberries, about 6 ounces to, well, it's about a cup and a half between the two. Those packages are kind of small. And then I have a cup of fresh blueberries I'm going to add. And then I have a bunch of strawberries, but before I add the strawberries, I want to cut them up in a little bit smaller pieces because they're so big they won't fit inside of the little tarts, and I need to mash them. So I'm going to cut those up. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I put the strawberries in with all the rest of the berries. I've got quite a few berries here. And on the video clip I just fast forward for you, I cut up all the strawberries after I rinsed them, and of course I took the stems off just in case there was a question on that. Now what I want to do is I want to, well, I can go ahead and mix the ingredients next. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to use a half a cup of the sorbet granulated sugar. It's a sugar replacement that's all natural, and it's very tasty. And then I'm going to do 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. So there's 1.5 cornstarch. And then I'm going to take a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. I'm going to mix this all together, and I'll be right back. Okay, what you want to do is make for sure you stir all of the berries around into the, mix it really good with the sugar replacement and the cornstarch, and of course the dash of salt. Just want to make sure it's all coated real good. And also I added a tablespoon, really almost 2 tablespoons of this sugar-free syrup. I already put that in with it, and I forgot to let you know I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to add a, see, this is a ½ teaspoon. This is called Cake Batter by McCormick Flavorings. And I'm going to put a ½ teaspoon of that, or you can put a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. Give it a little extra flavor. I'm going to mix this all around now. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in a strainer, and I'm going to put them right here into the strainer, and then I'm going to take my little masher. I'm going to mash the berries down a little bit so they get a little bit more mashed and get some of the juice out. Otherwise it'll be a big old mess, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just mashed down most of the berries. Now I'm going to put them in a bowl. And all the juice that came out of here, along with the cornstarch and stuff, which is quite a bit, I'm going to save that. I'm going to make a little bit of syrup that you can either pour on top, or I'm going to use it in my waffles tomorrow morning, which is really good. I'm going to take the rest of the berries, and I'm going to go ahead. I probably made too many, not quite sure, but I do this on purpose because I eat a protein waffle every morning, and it's only 1 WW point by the time I put a little bit of mini chocolate chips on it and some little bit of nuts and fat-free Cool Whip. I have a 4-point breakfast every morning that's like a plate size, and I eat that every morning. Sometimes I have it as a snack at night, and I always top it with a bunch of berries. And I usually get the triple berries that are frozen, and I cook them in the microwave a couple minutes. I add some sweetener to it, and I make my own syrup that way with a little bit of the maple syrup with it. Anyway, so here are the berries that's crushed. I'm going to crush the rest and put in here if we need it. Okay, after mashing them down, here's all my berries. I want you to see how much juice came off of them. And this would have been a mess trying to make these with all this much juice. But this juice is good. I'm going to make some berry syrup with this. I've got almost a cup. Or I can mix a little bit of, cook this in the microwave for about a couple minutes to get it hot. Then you add a little bit of cornstarch with cold water, maybe about a teaspoon with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of cold water. Pour into it, stir it around, add a little bit of the maple syrup with it, just a tiny bit, and a little bit of vanilla flavoring. And that's how I make my morning syrup every morning. So, just wanted to show you that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the, I don't know if it's called phyllo or phyllo. It's anyway, it's a pastry. Like I say, it's super thin. It starts to dry out really, really fast. So I put a little bit of water on my hands and patted it around, and so it's very delicate. Okay, I want to make 24, so what I'm going to do is do 4 this way and then 6 this way. Be right back. Okay, I've got all of my phyllo, whatever you call it, pastries cut. These are 5 sheets. I think there's like almost 20 sheets to a package. And so I'm doing them with 5, and it's still very super thin. They're very delicate, so you have to kind of be a little careful. And my dogs were barking when I was cutting them. I only got 20 out of here. Somehow I went 5 and 4. But I think this is right because the size looks better. Anyway, so moving right along, I'm going to take my air fryer oven trays. I'm putting my perforated parchment paper on top because you need the air to flow when you're using an air fryer oven. If you're using a regular oven, just go ahead and use a cookie sheet. put a little bit of parchment paper down or spray a little bit of non-stick spray. Now I'm going to take, see, like I say, they're really flaky. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer so you can show you. Going to take one. I'm going to put, keep moving stuff all around, about a teaspoon to a tablespoon in the middle. See if I can zoom in while I'm doing this one here for you. Be nice if I had my own camera crew here, huh? But if I do that, then you really still don't see it. Let me see. That's a little bit of, anyway, you get the idea. So you're going to put like a tablespoon in the middle, and you just kind of wrap it from side to side, kind of like a little triangle, kind of like that. I don't know if you see that. When you do it side to side, I don't know if you call that a triangle or whatever. If it doesn't lay down, just take a little bit of water and tap it. In fact, you probably should do that anyway because mine are starting to dry out. They dry out fast, but with me cutting up everything and doing a video, it takes me longer. Let me get this back on a regular screen. And then you can see I'm going to go ahead and finish putting these together. So I'm going to start the next one. I'm going to fast forward through this so you can see how it goes. And then I'll go into the next step. Okay, I have 8 of them all wrapped up. They look like little babies kind of wrapped. You know, when you swaddle a baby, kind of like. Anyway, they're going to go in the air fryer oven. I don't want to turn the oven on because it makes so much noise on the videos. But before I put them in there, spritz them with a little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter, light spray. And if you'll notice it, when I was doing the video, it really helps if you keep your fingers wet when you're rolling these up. It makes the dough stick better. This is what I think they make that Greek baklava, that's very high in points, that they make it with this, only with lots of layers and lots of sugar and stuff. So I'm going to put this in the air fryer oven for 6 minutes. If you're using the regular oven, usually it's about double the time, so I would say probably you might want to check them in about 10 or 12 minutes. You want to cook them until they're golden brown. I'm going to talk a little loud because I've got the air fryer oven on, and it's the fans going that you hear the noise. Just wanted to let you know I did 2 trays, 8 in each one, and while it was preheating, I went ahead and put both in, one tray on this second rack and where the second slot is, and one tray at the bottom. In 3 minutes, they're supposed to cook in 6 or 7, but in 3 minutes I'm going to take them out and rotate them because I know the bottom one's not getting in the air like the top. So if you want to do that, you can cook more than one tray at a time. Just kind of watch them and rotate them. If you're using the regular oven, you can just do all of these at once on your cookie sheets and put them all in the oven at once. That's one advantage to using the oven. One more thing I just thought of. When you're using the parchment paper, I just learned from the last batch I made earlier, go ahead and spray it with a little bit of I can't believe it's not butter or a little bit of non-stick spray, because when the berries ooze out and they stick on it, it's just a little easier to take it off. You can, parchment paper stuff comes off pretty good, but I just found out it's a little bit easier if you put a little bit of non-stick spray right on top of the parchment or the I can't believe it's not butter, and it gives a little bit of flavor. Just a tip. Since I have some extra of this dough, I decided, and extra berries, I'm going to go ahead and continue making some more. Just thought I'd show you when you take the dough out, it's real thin. I kind of, when I take it out, I count how many and I flip it back and forth. And I've already done it with my other ones here. So when I want to make some more, they're already in groups of 5. And you just take it and flip it. But they are flaky, so I'm going to have to wet them really good when I first take them, set them down. Just thought I'd tell you that. And it will stay in the refrigerator. You can keep it in the refrigerator, it says up to 2 weeks. So, just another tip. Okay, I'm finished. Once they're all done, you want to let them cool a little bit on the little cooking trays or on your cookie sheet. And then you can put them on a pretty platter if you want, like this. Wouldn't this look cute, a little tea? Hey, they're kind of staying on a bit, be careful. I'm thinking it'd be really cute to do a little tea party with my granddaughter, or even some of my girlfriends, and these would be a really good idea. Another thing I thought of, you know, you can put some Cool Whip on them, or you can put a little bit of fat-free Cool Whip, or some real Ready Whip. It's been a long day. I've been cooking all day. Anyway, if you take them, I'm thinking of this for like the 4th of July. Like I say, you can have 5 of these. It's only 1 point. I'm just going to put 3 on here just for demonstration. So I'm going to take 3. I'm going to put a little bit of, because this one's going to be mine. My husband will probably do the other. Of course, this is only 1 point. But I'm going to put a little dollop of fat-free Cool Whip on mine. I'm going to take a little bit of red, white, and blue sprinkles. Put a little bit on it. And that would be so cool for 4th of July. If you want to have something you want to take that's kind of cute, but it's not a lot of points, and you're going to, you know, some type of a function, it would be great. This whole recipe is so easy. I think it took me about 15 minutes maybe to prep everything, the berries and stuff, and the dough, and then it only takes like 6-7 minutes to cook. You can make the whole thing in less than a half hour for a nice dessert. So, and it tastes so good. I can't wait to have some. I haven't even had dinner yet. It's 7:30, but maybe this will be my dinner. Don't know. I've got me some coffee here, and I've got one of these, so I'm gonna have me a little snack and then a salad for dinner. So I hope you're having a wonderful evening or wonderful day, staying safe, staying inside, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so good to be able to do them again. It's a lot of work, but I thoroughly enjoy it. I get so blessed when I hear comments from everybody on Facebook and the different sites I'm on saying how much they enjoy it. So I hope this is a blessing to you. You can always find my printable recipe on my website at amusinghealthyrecipe.com. That's amusinghealthyrecipe.com. I will have it listed at the end of this video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and share it with others. You have a wonderful and a blessed day. I'll see you on my next video. God bless you. I wouldn't be doing a live video if I didn't come back and tell you one more tip, one more thing I forgot. But I have a little bit of the sugar-free confection sugar. This is the Sorbet powdered sugar, and so you can sprinkle some of that on top. Just kind of lightly dust it, and it'll help sweeten up the berries a little bit too. Besides, it looks really cute. So you'll want to do that once you take them out of the oven. This would also be good with a little bit of ice cream if you're up for it, have enough points, or you don't care. So hope you enjoy. Bye. I am done now. Bye.